From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Well, we're expecting another breezy, borderline windy day out there today, especially in the valley coming in from the north, and that may continue even going into your Friday. Breezy conditions will continue off and on here, even going into the weekend with some gusty winds with the approaching storm system coming in on Saturday. We do have a warming trend for the rest of the week. It's getting even warmer for tomorrow, and of course, speaking of the weekend, we do have that rain returning, especially on Saturday. Now, we're going to talk about the timing of that because we're getting a better handle on the timing of it, how much rain we can expect, snow, how much snow we can expect in the higher elevations, and not to mention cooler temperatures. We're going to see about a 20-degree drop from Friday to Saturday. Quite a drop moving on in. So today, yeah, nice temperatures mainly in the upper 70s to low 80s for the valley. Still breezy, borderline windy today. We could see some isolated showers, but as we go through the afternoon for the North Coast, Siskiyou, and even Modoc counties, most likely it will be dry by then. Temperatures are expected to be, again, about the same as they were yesterday, pretty much across the board. So again, the winds later this afternoon and evening, there you can see those gusts, possibly 20 to 30 miles per hour again for the valley. And it looks like we're talking about those teens and 20s out towards the higher elevations. But again, look at Friday morning. The winds died down, but still a little breezy even in the morning hours. And then by the afternoon, once again, maybe still a little bit breezy out there. Now with the approaching storm system on Saturday, what you're going to see is that cold front pass through, the winds pick back up. We're seeing those gusts again, 20 to even over 30 miles per hour, especially for the valley and the eastern mountains. So we do have a little bit of a spin right here. That's what's responsible for some of the showers we saw this morning for the north end of California. When I say that, Modoc County, Siskiyou County, Delnor County in particular. As that moves out, that's what's also responsible for some of the gusty winds we'll see again here for today. But as that moves out, the clouds should start to clear out, and not to mention the chances for rain. So let's take you through this afternoon. Again, you see just some of the clouds, but we're just not seeing much in the way of rain later on this afternoon and evening. Now, let's take it to the day on Friday because the storm system will be approaching through the day on Friday. Mainly sunny skies, a few clouds out along the coast. We take you into about the noon hour. We begin to see a few light showers developing off toward the north and west, in particular Delnor County. Clouds there, mainly sunny skies eastward. Now we take you into Friday afternoon. Now we're seeing the leading edge of that cold front moving through. So Delnor County, even parts of Siskiyou County, seeing some late afternoon, early evening showers entering the picture, not to mention northern Humboldt County as well. But to the south and east of that, we should be dry through the afternoon and into the evening hours. Now as we go through the overnight hours, we start to see the cold front begin to push through. This is going to be a fairly fast-moving cold front. So as that cold front moves through, yes, we're looking at some steady rainfall. At times it could be heavy, gusty winds associated with it, and maybe even a few lightning strikes along that cold front. But this is midnight, so let's take you through the timing here. Here is Friday night, early Saturday morning. Heavy rainfall for the coast. It looks like a band of some heavier rainfall from Redding all the way up into eastern portions of Siskiyou County, but still dry at midnight off in the eastern mountains. Okay, let's take you to about 5 o'clock in the morning. That cold front is now pushing eastward. Heaviest rainfall now east of the valley. Maybe a line of some heavier rainfall with some strong winds coming in from the south. A little bit of what we call a convergence line. We'll see if that kind of tapers out. But yeah, I mean, that could be something we'll have to monitor here, which could lead to some potential flooding, believe it or not. And then, of course, we head off to the west. Look at this. Already by 5 a.m., it's beginning to dry out for the north coast. All right, let's take you into about 9 a.m. We're not even at the noon hour yet on Saturday. There's the cold front off to the east, heavier rainfall there. By the way, snow level starting off above 6,000 feet. You can start to see more snow in the picture here as we go into the late morning hours. I think snow levels by around this time will be probably around 5,000 feet. But here's the thing we got to take into account. We take it in the noon hour, the cold front's gone now. Now we're in the cold and unstable air behind that cold front. So showers and thunderstorms will be the case in the mountains at noon, with snow levels maybe down to as low as 4,000 feet at this point. But look at the valley. Now the key is this. We've got some clearing in there. With cold air aloft, that is going to allow for the daytime heating and the atmosphere to destabilize. And that could mean the potential for thunderstorms Saturday afternoon. Now, Futurecast isn't really picking up on that. But I'm anticipating everyone in the valley could see a chance for a stray shower, a stray brief heavy rainfall, and maybe even some thunderstorms embedded in there as well. Otherwise, I think we'll be looking at isolated showers and thunderstorms for the mountains, not to mention the coast, through the day on Saturday. Snow levels at this point will start to drop as we go into Saturday night. Saturday night, Sunday morning is when I expect some of the lowest snow levels, maybe down to as low as 3,000 to 3,500 feet. Major impacts? Probably not. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Now, based on the fact that that cold front is expected to move through very rapidly, that would mean not a lot of rain for the valley. So you can see the north end of the valley getting close to a half an inch, a little over a quarter of an inch out towards Chico, right? And then maybe a little bit of that rain-shadowed area in the central portions of the valley. But some decent rain for the higher elevations, and in particular for the coast. Okay, now let's take a look at a longer range forecast. It's showing, same time frame, a little bit more rainfall. In fact, a lot more rainfall for the valley. We'll probably be somewhere in between what we're seeing here and what we were just looking at. Although the numbers here are looking pretty accurate, upwards of 1.5 to maybe 2.5 to 3 inches of rainfall. All right, let's talk about snow. If you recall yesterday, I showed you the forecast snow totals. This is a shorter range forecast model. What that means is it can really fine tune the forecast a lot better and more accurately. When you're looking at long range forecast models, it's not quite as fine tuned and it tends to overdo it or even sometimes underplay it. So if you recall looking at the snowfall totals through Saturday, it was just showing a ton more snow over Northern California. But this particular model I agree with much better. It's not showing any accumulating snow for places like Weaverville, Hayfork, Mount Shasta, Alturas, Bernie, Shingletown, Susanville, or even Chester. Now, as we go into Saturday night, all right, there is a slim chance places in the upper elevations, say around 4,000 feet or higher, might see a dusting of snow. So Chester, Alturas, maybe Susanville, I think we'll be pushing it for Mount Shasta City, maybe the upper elevations near Mount Shasta City. But Weaverville, Hayfork, no, not going to happen. And of course, just in the form of rain for the valley. So yeah, we'll be fine tuning this. We'll be giving you some better ideas here. But look at the winter storm impacts for Saturday. So the road conditions, I don't think we're going to see major chain requirements. However, if we can get those road temperatures to drop low enough, we could be looking at the potential for that. So we've got minor impacts on Highway 299 near Cedar Pass, many of your typical higher elevations east of I-5. But if you look west of I-5, I mean, nothing to worry about. If you're heading out to the coast on Saturday, don't worry, it's just going to be in the form of rain. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast. Big picture now. There's the area of low pressure we've got our eyes on. It's moving closer by Friday afternoon, evening, rain for the north coast. As we go into Friday night, Saturday, that's when the main cold front passes through. By 5 p.m., here's the cold front right here. Now we're just dealing with the cold and unstable air Saturday afternoon. Sunday, the storm system moves out. Now there still may be some stray showers Sunday and Monday for all of the mountains, including the coast. The valley should be dry though for Sunday, Monday. So I'll show you on Monday, there's a disturbance right here. Right there, that could bring some showers for Del Norte County, Northern Humboldt, Siskiyou, Modoc County, maybe even parts of Lassen County. But on top of that, look at these isobars. You see how they're tightly packed together? When they're like that, that means those winds are going to play a factor in our forecast for Monday, Tuesday. But look at Wednesday. I'm going to show you here. There's going to be a disturbance right here that'll dive down to the south and east. And with high pressure to our west, we may still see some winds for Wednesday, Thursday of next week. But as it stands right now, mainly dry conditions here. And in fact, the European forecast model isn't even showing this. It's just showing this ridge of high pressure kind of building in toward the end of next week. So we'll kind of wait and see. Let's just get through this weekend first, and then we'll kind of go from there. But temperatures, mainly in the mid to upper 70s to around 80 actually for the valley. And of course, cooler in the mountains, and not to mention out along the coast here for today. All right, so let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. We're going to kind of walk you through it all here. So breezy conditions off and on today, tomorrow. borderline windy even today. Showers and thunderstorms, now the heaviest rainfall, morning for the valley. And when I say morning, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, and then thunderstorms possibly through the afternoon, off and on, isolated. Doesn't mean everyone's going to see them, but it's going to be isolated, so some of us may. And then on Sunday it dries out, and we'll keep it dry with a warming trend through next week. All right, let's take a look at the North Coast, inland, and Trinity County. All right, so you see the showers here? That's pretty much done with at this point. It'll probably be dry for the afternoon today. Then we go to Friday, dry for everybody. Saturday, rain heaviest early morning. When I say early morning, we're talking 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, all right? Including places like Weaverville. So it's going to hit the coast first, then inland, then eventually Weaverville, right? And then I still got this chance for a few stray showers Sunday, Monday. Snow levels, 4,000 feet, eventually dropping to 4,000 feet Saturday afternoon, as low as 3,000 feet Sunday morning, rising through the day on Sunday. And then it's dry for Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Here's your 7-day outlook for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and for the Eastern Mountains. So again, pretty much scratch that. We're not looking at any more rainfall most likely through this afternoon, so dry for the rest of the day today and your Friday. Showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, snow levels 4,000 feet by Saturday afternoon. For the Eastern Mountains Cascades, basically, in Northern Sierra, 4,500 feet. Maybe as low as 3,000 and 3,500 feet on Sunday. Not going to be a major issue. Monday, some leftover showers. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll dry things out and should see some warmer weather as well.